must be dreaming, dreaming. I must be dreaming, no dreaming. I must be dreaming, no dreaming. I must be dreaming, dreaming. Get high, get high, get high.
Yo, it's Diamond, and welcome to my first episode of Vibe with Eudaimonia. Today, y'all, I have two special guests with me. I have Kira and my friend Nazaria. I definitely just want them to introduce themselves a little bit before we get into, the nitty gritty of the podcast.
Go ahead, Kira.
Yo, it's Kira. Instagram ITSS.K-Dog. Y'all already know who it is. Y'all favorite dog. Y'all favorite live,
Yeah. Can you hold on, before she even go to the next one, can you please give that photography page?
Bro.
__ Savage Shots, the one and only Savage. You know what it is, yeah.
The biggest.
My bad, y'all. I had to check for my Instagram name because I just changed it. Oh, bro. But yo, it's your girl Nazaria, aka Nat, aka The Don. Follow me on Instagram at Nazaria, NYZARIA, 2_. I do photography and videography as well. I do a little bit of everything, but just a nitty gritty. Follow me on Instagram at NatVisuals, 2_.
And y'all should already know where to follow me at. If you're not already following me on social media, though, make sure you please go into my description and follow me on every one of my social media pages. Please. But just to give y'all guys like a little background of my podcast and what I'll be talking about most of my episodes. So I created this podcast just for a clear space, safe for everybody to feel comfortable. I want to have a couple different episodes, of course, some by myself, talking about grief, different things that I done been through in my life. I definitely want to bring some of my male friends on here just to kind of like get their perspective on a couple different things. Shout out to my homie Seth in the back. Y'all can't see him, but he in the back.
Oh, bro, he been going stupid on the ones and twos. Shout out to him.
But nah, y'all, definitely I'm be coming with a whole bunch of different bangers for y'all. I just want to, like I said, create a safe space for people to come. Me and my friends, we always talking. Like, we be talking for hours and hours. And I just feel like some of our conversations that we be having should be shared with the world. Like, I feel like some of the things we talk about can help other people be able to heal. Like, some of the things we done been through, I know people are going through, are going to go through. So it's like, it's just good to have, like, somebody that has been through it and could walk you through it, or somebody that you can kind of relate to, and I want to be that person. So that's why I created this podcast. Our first episode is on healing, as y'all can see by the title. This episode is actually like really genuine for me because it's been a while since me and my friends been all together. It's actually been since my birthday since we done been all together, and baby, this summer has been crazy to say the least. I can at least say for myself, this summer has been one for the books, and I know they've been going through some stuff too. So I just feel like it was great for us to come together for the first time and have a genuine conversation. It's all gonna be authentic, y'all. We haven't really talked about nothing. So everything that y'all gonna be hearing is gonna be my first time hearing from them and they first time hearing from me. So I just really wanted us to just come have an authentic conversation about healing. And we just gonna get the ball rolling. I don't want to do too much talking on the introduction. I just want to get right into it. So without further ado, is there something y'all want to say before I get into it?
Man, shout out to my girl Diamond, man. I'm so proud of her.
Miss Big Do It.
No, shout out to my friends, y'all. I appreciate all of them for being able to come here. Nazaria then came all the way from Chicago. Kira then had a whole internship she had to do today. I don't know what Seth was doing. He was on his ass, but shout out to them. I appreciate them so much for being here. So my first question for y'all,
let's get into it,
is how are y'all doing genuinely? How are y'all doing? Oh, and before, okay, y'all, another disclaimer, I'm sorry. We got some wine here. We got some Taylor Port, really. We was trying to do something classy. I'm like, let's pick something classy. And Nazaria talking about get some TP. So if we get to sipping and getting a little too authentic.
Back though.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, y'all. I'm all about being authentic. Yeah. I'm all realist. One thing about this podcast, it's gonna get real. So
the realest.
Y'all finna see. But nah, y'all. Back to it though. How are y'all? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing mentally, physically? How is school, y'all? We are all seniors, so how is senior year going? How are y'all doing? Just all over.
So me, I'm taking a semester off, y'all. I'll be back in January. But mentally, I'm okay. Healing, as the podcast says. healing, you know, going through heartbreak, going through just growing up, honestly, going into the adult life. That's real hard for me. So I'm just pushing by day by day. Let's just take it day by day, step by step. That's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna just say I'm okay. School.
Not too much.
Not too much. Yeah. School is school. I'm a crybaby, so when I thought about senior year, it was like, all right, we transitioning into a whole nother thing. I remember we just started freshman year, so
Man.
yeah, I don't know. Just like Nas said, taking it day by day. So
How you doing?
It's before I even get into how I'm doing, it's just really crazy that we all 21, and I feel like life has gotten so much more crazier since we turned 21. Like, granted, things have been going great, but I just feel like life has gotten real. Like, we really adults.
It got real.
Yeah.
We
And
really
I just
in
feel
here.
like after this, like, it's only going to continue to get real. Like, 21 was the breaker for us. Like, after this, it's no more teeing up. It's about real life, especially when we graduate. So I just feel like, damn, this is actually crazy. Like, but how I'm doing, to be honest, I'm doing a lot better. What?
I'm feeling a lot better. We felt that one over
What's
here.
that TikTok? I'm doing better, Sean.
I'm doing better. It hit different. Do your homework. Do your homework.
Nah, I'm honestly feeling a lot better. I don't know if it was like retrograde during this summer, because I was doing like really good this summer. I don't know if any of y'all know, but I was in LA for majority of my summer, working an internship with Universal, and it was good to start off. Like, I was in a really great space. I was happy with my little situation. I was good, and then like it just seemed like end of July, August came, and shit just started tumbling down. Like,
it was August.
fast.
Bro, it was
Yeah.
August. Yeah.
Heavy on
on
August. I
August.
feel like end of July it started to like kind of kick in, and then August it just hit.
August
G.
just.
And it was bad until like really like the middle of September. It's really just now starting to like
Heavy on right now.
right now. Honestly.
Right now.
Like right now, I'm finally starting to feel back like myself. So like, without getting into the nitty gritty, let's talk about healing real quick. What are y'all healing from today? What is it that didn't happen that didn't had y'all kind of, like what didn't happen in August that kind of made y'all feel like, damn.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Nah, you can go.
Man, let's get it to it. Let me take a little sip first.
Yeah, we gonna have to go ahead and drink to that one, cause man, what?
Cause we about to get into some shit. All three of us got three different stories that's all crazy.
Man. Do I start from the jump or do I just get into what happened? Like,
You get into whatever you want to get into.
Yeah, this is a space for you to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about.
so me recently just got broken up with 2 years.
Nah, she done broke up with somebody. We ain't never going on no podcast talking about we done got broken up with. I don't care what it is. Biggest P. Fuck you tell
Man,
now.
the biggest P, but I ain't 2P right now. We keeping it real and uncut.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, real and
Yeah,
uncut.
we keeping it real. I'm sorry, y'all. I done forgot.
Got broken up with. It hit different. Do your homework on what I've been going through.
Wow.
Do your homework on what I've been going through, Sean. When I can, thank you, man. Anyway. But yeah, I've been with somebody for 2 years. We just recently ended it. Life. It was a long distance relationship, so it was hitting hard for us. So we just decided to go our separate ways.
So what made y'all, like, with you being together for 2 years, what made y'all decide, like, we got to go our separate ways, like, this is not going to work no more?
It was just like the constant arguing and then the distance. Like, we couldn't see each other. And then, temptation is a bitch. So I ain't gonna say we, because we ain't decided nothing. He decided, like, he just wanted to be a man about it. Even though I appreciate it, I ain't really need that right now. I wanted my man. But anyways, yeah, we just decided it just wasn't the time.
So what was the hardest thing about being long distance?
Not seeing each other for real. And I feel like we couldn't really be there for each other like we used to, because he used to live in Atlanta. He don't live in Atlanta no more. He live in Detroit. But we used to be there. Like, that was my best friend. We did everything together. We went everywhere together. Whenever I wanted to do something, he was always there. And him moving to Detroit just, like, destroyed the whole thing. Because it was like, whenever I wanted to do something, I couldn't just call him, like, come over and let's go do something. So it was really the distance that killed our relationship. But there's no love lost. right now.
I think I could definitely agree on that. Not to even get into me right now, but I could definitely agree to that. I feel like not being able to like be with it, like even okay, say y'all don't want to be with each other at that moment, but y'all do want to plan something like go on a date or go to the movies, a new movie coming out or anything. It's like y'all can't just be able to be like, babe, come, what you doing? Pull up on me. I want to see you. You know. So I feel like the long distance thing, like I feel like granted, everybody think you could start off long distance to be cool, but as y'all like really get into the relationship and y'all really do the long distance thing, I feel like it just
hit different.
Yeah, it hit different. Like it looks different than what it seems. Like actually putting, it's really hard, y'all. But I feel like honestly, and I'm sticking to this. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like as long as both of the people want it to work, it'll work. Like granted, it's hard, but life is hard. So if you want it to work, you really love that person, y'all gonna figure it out.
You choose your person that you want to go through hell and back with. If you don't do it with that person, I guarantee you'll have to do it with somebody else. So I'd rather just go.
And I just feel like, I don't know, like, what's up with our generation on not wanting to do the whole hell and back thing. Like, granted, I don't say anybody should stick in somewhere where they shouldn't be or they don't feel loved, but people also don't realize, like, being in a relationship, that shit is work. Real work. It's not the happy thing that y'all see on Instagram. Yeah, man. Like, I know people be like, oh, my partner's supposed to make me happy, but it's gonna be times where your partner don't make you happy. Like, it's gonna be times your partner make you mad as hell. You hate him. You don't want to, or her. You don't want to be around him. You know, but you got to be able to like during those times. That's the times where y'all got to be like, all right, is this what we really want? Are we gonna be able to put this together? Like, what
but
are we doing?
At that point, it's like, even if your partner don't make you happy, you have to make yourself happy. I was watching this interview with Michelle Obama, and she said most of the time her and Barack ain't get along because she was putting too much on him because she didn't make herself happy. She depended on him to make her happy. So you have to make yourself happy in order for your relationship to work. I feel like a lot of people be putting pressure on the other person to make them happy.
Especially us as women. I feel like we put kind of without even knowing, you know, like we put so much pressure on these men without even realizing like some of the things that they going through eternally, you know, like without like, we always nagging instead of like really trying to get to the nitty gritty of why are you acting like this or what is it that changed? Like what's going on mentally? Like talk to me, you know, instead of like trying to have that conversation, we always like jumping on what they not doing.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why mental health is so important to me right now. Cause I just feel like a lot of us, we don't really pay attention to it when they really have the biggest suicide numbers in the US. Like that's the craziest thing about it. So shout out to y'all men out there.
For sure. Shout out to y'all. But not to get into it, Carrie, you not exempt.
Oh, bro. She thought she was cool enough. My man, we just got into a little so-so. We got a little tough. Go ahead.
I'm healing from a lot.
Let's what you want to talk about? Yeah.
We can talk about this summer. I ain't getting into my
little situation.
Yeah, I ain't getting into that. But
not yet.
Yeah, maybe not yet. But this summer I was out here by myself because you know I live in Atlanta now, and it was really hard to just adjust to that. Even though I've been like alone this whole time being in Atlanta, but it was just like I'm out here for the summer. Ain't nobody really out here. I had ended up quitting a job and getting a new one, so it was an adjusting thing, and I have a hard time adjusting to change. So it was like, ain't nobody out here. I'm really by myself, which has never been a problem, which is different because it was like, all right, now you finna start senior year. You really finna get into being alone. Just really learning about me. And I feel like being alone, it wasn't a problem, but it was like, you got to tap back into what you want and not like what everybody else wants, not surrounding yourself by other people. I don't know. It was just a learning journey.
I feel like being by yourself could be a beautiful thing and a painful thing because like I remember when my daddy had died and I had spent a lot of my time like without even really realizing like I was spending a lot of my time with people, surrounding myself around people just to like, you know, keep myself sane like and not think about stuff. But I eventually had to be by myself. Like I had to isolate myself, and that time was like the hardest for me, honestly, because I was like, when I say fighting demons, I mean like fighting demons, like up all night, just thinking about like the craziest things, thinking about life, thinking about death, all type of stuff. And it was like, it was scary, but it was beautiful because I needed that time to be by myself and figure myself out, figure what I wanted to do, you know, because it's like when you around those people, you could be around people, but you still feel alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes being around people is not the best thing. Being by yourself is always the better option because you learn so much about yourself, I feel like.
Yeah, a lot of people was telling me to stay in Chicago because, you know, I went home in May. And I really didn't want to leave because it was like, this home, I know everybody. But something in my spirit was like, nah, you need to learn how to be by yourself again. And not only that, I just feel like, because, you know, I'm all about balance. You know, I'm a Libra.
That's that, yeah.
But,
Libra shit.
but yeah, I just know when to be alone and when to kick it with people. So, but isolation could be a downfall too. You don't want to get too caught up in being by yourself because then you start looking at things differently. Like, damn, do I really want to be around these people? Then your energy could be off too, and whole time it ain't really nothing wrong. It's just you tweaking. Like, maybe
you too much in your head.
You too much by yourself now. So yeah, I just think you need some of that.
It's crazy that y'all say stuff like that because my first go to when I'm healing, I want to be by myself.
And that's
Like,
no, me too though.
yeah.
I feel like,
Okay.
don't get me wrong, like I'm a type of person where I like to be myself only because like if I'm in a space where like I'm just like negative, like and I could get in that space sometimes. I want to be by myself because I don't like to push that energy off to nobody because energy is real. Like, you could be with somebody and you having a good day, ain't nothing in your life going bad, but you around somebody that just like is so negative and it just like plays a role into your life. And I don't want to be that person to like come around people and change their whole mood or be like, oh, I don't want to be around her because she too negative, you know? So it's like, I definitely want to be by myself. But sometimes, like Kira said, like, sometimes you are too, because I'm an Aries and I be in my head overthinking. And sometimes I do be like, all right, let me go see what my friends is on. Like, that's when I text them, like, what you on? What you doing, bro? Because I need to get up out this house for real.
Bro, just to piggyback off what you were saying, like, when you said your pop's dad, when my cousin dad, like, that was a real bad place for me. Like, that was like 2 years ago. I want to say 1 or 2 years ago. But when he died, I was by myself. I wasn't eating nothing. Like, I was in my room. Like, my mom literally had to force me to come out of my room. Like, it was such a bad place. But then I started to realize, like, he wouldn't want me to be, like, in a room crying all night, like, thinking about him. So I just feel like as long as we push forward, bro, that's all that really matters. Like, you've been doing such a good job.
But I just feel like
Kira, y'all been doing such a good job.
all of us, though, honestly. But I feel like, to be honest, and y'all could, like, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't have no other choice but to keep going. Like, if I could have, you know, like,
laid in the bed.
You feel me? If I could have
bro.
laid down and just took everything in, I would have. But it's like, the unfortunate thing about death is life keep going afterwards. So it's like, no matter how hard you are feeling about it or how hard you are grieving, you still got bills to pay. You still got school. You still got obligations and responsibilities that you got to keep going. You know, that you got to keep doing. And you know, like you said, that person that has passed on, they won't want you to stop what you got going on. Because one thing about it, we all, you know, unfortunately all have to pass away. So it's like, don't stop what you doing because you lost somebody. Like, and honestly, I could say my daddy is what has kept me going. Like, it's been times where, I ain't gonna just say my daddy, but God too. I feel like it's been times where faith was just in me, and I know I wasn't being faithful. I know for a fact I wasn't trusting God, but it was just something in me that just like, trust God.
Trust God.
Trust God.
That's God in your head telling you.
You gotta trust God because it's all a part of the process in your journey, you know?
I feel like that's what made us 21. 21 was like a stepping stone for us.
Bro,
like
21 was
man, this a stepping stone for us, man. Like, I left all that childish shit in the past.
Man,
20, 19, 18, 17, anything down from that, I don't know, y'all. I don't know,
That's
y'all.
so crazy because I feel like, I mean, baby, I'm in Jamaica.
Man.
And I feel like as soon as I turn 21, I'm like, I'm thinking better. Like, I'm thinking so much bigger. I'm just like
different.
That's why SZA made that song. 20
bro, 20 song? Because once you hit that 21,
crazy. We only 21. Like,
I swear that the having whole hoes, the partying,
I'm
all
so
that
cool on
extra
that.
shit. I swear I was cool on. The only thing I was focused on was my business and me and my family and my friends. That's the only thing that mattered to me after 21. I don't know what click. I think it's like a little switch in your head that click after you turn 21. Like,
because it
this
go
life.
by fast. After that, I heard I heard after you turn 21, you be 25 the next week.
Don't say that now.
I heard that, but I
just
heard
bought my
that
first
though.
bottle the other day. Hold on now.
But I really did hear, like, think about it, y'all. 22 coming close. Like,
Hey,
it was just
February 15th.
especially for Kira, October around the corner. So it's like,
shout out to Kira, my shorty.
shout out
Her
to the
birthday
big
coming
Libra.
up.
Biggest Libra. We got another Libra behind the camera.
Yeah, that sounds too serious for me, bro. 22.
22. What you got? 22. What's that Taylor Swift song? Bro, what you? Bro, what you gonna do?
I'm still
bro?
stuck on 21.
Man, 21. I still want to be a 21 Savage. What y'all talking
Man,
about?
I'm 21
22?
forever.
I'm not
Fuck
ready to
y'all
let
talking
that
about,
one go.
Bro, next y'all 21 part 2. Fuck you just talking about? Hey, y'all, we get out topic. Let's revert.
Nah, we said genuine. I'm liking where this is going. I feel like
bro.
if it's going too left, I'll change it. But I like where
Yeah.
this is going. This is just a genuine conversation.
Bro.
What you
24
hailing
hours in
from?
New York.
What am I here? Ooh,
Yeah. She thought she was slick, y'all. Hold on.
Ooh, y'all, let's talk about it.
Let's talk
Do your
about it.
homework.
I'm trying to think, y'all, how deep I want to get, because
Get real deep.
I know this
your
man about to watch this podcast. I know he about to watch this podcast.
That's cool. If
Right.
you watching, shout out to you. We talking about you for sure.
Make sure you subscribe to me.
Bro.
Don't be,
like and
don't
subscribe.
Be weird.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Because we see you in the views, I ain't gonna lie.
You already know I'm finna say.
On BD.
Hey, he going crazy.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, y'all.
bro.
But nah, y'all, I'm healing from I'm trying to honestly figure out, like, I'm still in a phase, like, even today. Like, I had to talk with myself today, and I'm like, what was that situation like? Was it real? Was it fake? And the only reason why I say that is because it's like, bro, we spent so much time, like, y'all, we was actually, messing with each other for almost a year, and we spent so much time, like, getting to know each other. Like, I didn't got used to this man. Like, like, I know him. I know what he like, what he don't like. I know we know each other. Like, we got so deep to that point where we talking about kids, like, all type of junk. And I know we 21, so it's like, you have those conversations, and sometimes you can't take it real. But I'm the type of person, if I'm saying stuff like that, like, I'm for real. I don't know about how he was feeling or where he was at with it, but I was definitely for real about everything. And it was just like crazy to me how it all ended up panning out. Like, damn, we done like that. Like,
Just like that. Like,
I ain't gonna say without no explanation, but like, it wasn't a good enough explanation for me. Like, what was it that changed? I feel like I was in a situation where I was putting so much effort in that then I was getting out, and I shouldn't have, for sure. Well, let me think about it, because it was like, it wasn't always the case where, like, I was the main one putting in all the effort. I feel like it was sometimes where he would be putting it. Yeah, it was sometimes heavy on sometimes. Not all the time though.
that shit should
As
be
it
50-50 most
Hello.
times, and sometimes 70 in the rest. I feel like if you felt like it was more on your side, then that shit was not working out. But
I want to say, like, more on my side as far as, like, I don't want to say materialistic. What's the correct term for it? Like,
did you buy him a lot of stuff?
I wouldn't even say it
I
like
want to
that.
say materialistic.
Nah, not like that. But I was
Emotionally?
saying, like, not emotional.
So what did you do? What you do?
Like, okay, y'all.
Being there
Because
for
I'm trying
him?
not to. I was trying not to get into the
Yeah.
nitty gritty, but might as well,
Might as well. Real.
we
uncut.
was again, like Nazaria. We was long distance as well. So like, when it came down to it, like, I was the one doing the going out there to go see him. And
Man.
you feel me? Like, I was the main one making the effort to make sure that this shit was still rolling. I feel like I was the main one doing putting the work in to make sure that we can keep this going. I feel like he was just doing a bare minimum of conversating every day, and like, little sweet shit. Like, that shit is bare minimum to me. Like, he wasn't really doing enough. And then he'll get to the point where he was doing good, and then it'll just flip. And I feel like the craziest thing for me, I feel like what pissed me off so bad was Cause I'm the type of, I'm so understanding, y'all. Like any dude that I have dealt with, they could say I am very understanding. I understand that you are a human and I'm a human, regardless of our gender roles. Like regardless of me being a female, you being a male, we both human at the end of the day. So it's like I understand feelings change. I understand you might feel one way one day and you might not feel the same way the next day. Like I understand all of that. So communication is a big thing for me. Like as long as we could communicate that and figure out, you feel like this, what we gonna do about it? I can always respect it. But like, if I'm coming to you and feeling like, oh, or saying like, I feel like this change, or like you not doing this, and you get to making me feel like I'm tripping, and I know I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact I'm not tripping, because I know for a fact you was just doing, what you needed to be doing. I feel like that's where the respect thing like started to come at, because I started to lose respect because it's like you playing with me.
Yeah.
Like
I definitely understand that, Diamond.
Yeah.
We be here with shit. I ain't gonna lie, me and Diamond been going through the same shit with that
Same.
long distance shit, bro. I ain't gonna say don't do that shit, but do that shit with the right person. If somebody willing to go to hell and back for you, do that shit. But if that motherfucker give you like 40% of that relationship, don't do it. Don't do it. And don't hold a nigga down in jail. That's all. That's all I got to say. Oh, bro, don't hold no nigga down. Hey,
I just feel
don't
like,
hold
honestly,
no nigga down in
we
jail.
too young to be holding a nigga down. Like it was a tweet that I had just seen, and I think you had reposted it, and that shit stood out to me so much.
Did I?
Like, it's like the 20s is not for trying to stick shit out. Yeah, like with anything. Like I just feel like 20s, especially 21, y'all. Like we fresh 20s. Like you feel me? So I feel like 21 is not the time to be trying to stick stuff out. Like it's so much different opportunities, and I feel like, granted, the grass ain't always greener. I don't say leave a person to try to be with another person necessarily, but it's like, if you're not feeling happy in that situation, I'd rather be alone. Like I'd rather just be alone than trying to make some shit work, because when I tell y'all, my happiness was so, like, I was just so unhappy. I was crying damn near every day. And I ain't never been the type of cry. Like, I don't cry like that. Like, I'm not emotional like that. So I knew that shit was fucking with my mental. And I'm like, I really do love this nigga, but I gotta let this nigga go. Like, and I think that was the hardest thing. Like, damn, like, I love you, but I don't think you love me how I love you, bro. Because I'm steady telling you how I feel, and you
not changing shit. Basically,
you steady making excuses for shit.
Yeah.
Instead of changing or just being real. Like, I'm not fucking with it no more. Like, just say that. I can't do nothing but respect that, though. Like, honestly. But niggas, I don't know, they have a hard time just being real.
They wait till last minute to be real. It's too late now. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you.
I literally hate you now. Like, you done took it too far. I gave you multiple chances. Multiple chances to keep it a buck. And you wanted to act like you was still in it. And now that I'm feeling like, fuck you, now you like, I ain't feeling it no, nigga, fuck you.
And that's how I feel like a motherfucker is playing in my face. I'm quick to be like, a motherfucker must think I'm goofy.
Like a stoop. Like,
because
I ain't from Chicago.
I shouldn't have to leave your ass to, like, nigga, do you not know who I am?
Literally, Diamond.
Yeah.
Let him know.
I done said I said what I had to say.
Do you not know who I am, bro? Like, don't forget, motherfuckers is really having their way out here, for real. And not even don't know, but I deserve to have my way. Like, I'm doing shit. Like, I'm not just like no female that's just out here trying to get something off no nigga. I'm trying to make a way for myself in any way possible.
We see
so
that.
It's like, niggas is gonna flock to me just because I'm a rare breed. Nigga, don't get left behind.
Oh, bro, don't get left behind. Bro, niggas be thinking they that. No, I'm that, bitch.
Because you make them feel like they that. That's what we be messing up.
It goes to their head. That pride shit. Niggas in pride, bro. I feel like don't go along, bro. Don't geek a nigga head up. Don't do it. Because a nigga gonna let that shit go to their head. And then they go to them hoes. Them hoes don't give a fuck about them.
Why do y'all feel like we make excuses for niggas?
Because we love them. It's love. Love is the most dangerous thing in the world, I feel like.
I ain't even gonna lie. We finna keep it real. I'll keep it real for you. I know for me. I did that with my daddy. Like, I gave him excuses. Like, I let that shit ride. Because it was like, okay, you my daddy. But I got to an age where it was like, I ain't gotta let you slide with this. So it was like, all right. Now I'm on that with you. I'm on that with every nigga I meet. And it's been that. That's low-key my downfall. I try to, not no more, but I used to try to compare a nigga to my daddy. Like, all right, if you ain't coming with it, I know you finna disappoint me, so I gotta go. And it just be like, but recently with my whoop diddy whoop, I tried to do that with him, and he was just like, we human, we gonna fuck up, and that was some real shit. Like, I had to look at it from my daddy perspective, but I ain't dating my daddy, so you niggas gotta toughen up. Yeah.
Nah,
And I feel like with, not even to cut you out, but I feel like a daddy and a nigga is two different things. Like, I can't.
But you can carry that though. Like,
Yeah.
with men,
Yeah,
in
for
general.
sure. Without even knowing, without even really realizing. Like, I was gonna ask you, do you feel like when you meet a nigga, you kind of like come across niggas that's kind of like your daddy, or do you feel like?
No. I'm gonna say no. Cause I'm real picky. So like, I ain't finna just fall for you right off rip. I gotta see what you working with. But when we in a relationship, that love should get to my head. So it'd be like, all right, I'll let you slide. And it just get to a point where it's like, all right, bro, we sliding with too much shit. So I don't know. But with my recent relationship, it was like, I know my grounds. I know my boundaries. I love myself enough to not let you slide with that shit. So.
And it's crazy because me personally, I usually know my boundaries. Like, I usually be like, all right, this ain't gonna work for me. But this time around, it was like, I don't know, honestly, because I'm just gonna get real with y'all. Like, I lost my virginity to the last person that I was dealing with. So it's like, I don't know if that, because I tried to say that didn't play a part in it.
It did.
But I'm starting to feel like it kind of did play a part on why I stayed so long. And it's so sad that it did. But that's just the reality of being a female. But I feel like it kind of did play a part in it because I was letting too much shit slide. Like, shit that I knew, like, it was a red flag. Like, and it's so crazy because all that shit I let slide ended up biting me in the ass at the end. Like, it was the same shit without even me realizing, y'all. And it took me to go back to messages, like, from months ago.
Yeah, when you read them messages again, it be like, bro.
Y'all know what I realized? Niggas don't reread messages
They
like we do.
don't. They
No,
don't.
I was
Oh
just
my
talking to my best
gosh.
friend. He say he reread his him and his ex. I don't mean to put you out there, Bessie, but he reread him and his ex messages for the first time. Bro, he said he ain't never did that shit before. I do that shit every night.
Have to.
Time.
Every night.
Every night.
She ain't never gonna hear from me.
Every I do that shit every night. I ain't gonna lie. Bro,
No, they don't do
You
that.
gotta let
That's
that one
kinda
go.
crazy.
Like,
That's
I ain't gonna lie,
crazy.
I
eventually,
delete.
eventually.
Oh,
Oh, bro, I love to hurt myself on, bro. But back to what Kira was saying, that comes from my daddy.
Get out there.
Oh, bro, that goes back to my daddy, bro. My daddy used to hurt me, bro. I used to make the most excuses for my pops, bro. And now I'm older. Like, I literally just stopped making it because he stopped making excuses for himself. Like, he held himself accountable. And I feel like that's why I'm healing and moving forward in relationships, because he's healing and moving forward.
Why it's so important to have your dad in your life, because both females and males need their dad in their life. Like, honestly, both parents. Like, not having a parent in your life could play a huge role on how your life is gonna go and how you gonna get through shit in life. Because like she just said, like, she didn't start healing until her daddy started healing, which is fucked up ultimately, but it makes sense because that's her parent. You know what I'm saying? That's her example. That's her guidance. So it's like, it's messed up. Like, that's why I just feel so bad for these new millennium kids that's about to come, because it's so many unhealed people having kids right now.
I don't know what's the trend on that. Like, if I missed like a study session on having kids at 21
COVID.
without
COVID.
I don't know what happened, bro. But I'm not having a kid till I'm pregnant. I'm married. I can't till I'm pregnant. Do your homework on that. Do your homework on that.
That Taylor Port getting that.
Oh, bro, it's beating me. I ain't doing my
Bro.
I ain't having that. Don't piss me off. G.
Oh, man.
I ain't having kids till I'm married. I ain't gonna lie. I want to have like a happy home.
But
I
that's the
don't want to.
thing. Don't nobody want to get like
Man,
Y'all. Listen. I work at Sephora now. I ain't never heard so many black women come into the store and say they're married or they're attending a wedding, so they need to get their makeup done.
Man, I haven't been in a wedding since elementary school.
Man.
I haven't even been to a wedding since
I ain't
elementary
know
school.
black people still got married. They come in literally every day talking about they going to a wedding. She said, my best friend getting married. I say, what the you black just like me. You
But it's definitely men out there that want to get married, but I just feel like we've been
rare breed.
And I feel like when I be bringing up marriage to a nigga, they get scared like I'm talking about right now. Like, hold on, I'm not talking about
cheating.
It just be, I think, heavy on that.
Heavy on
because
niggas be
it's like,
cheating.
who said anything about, baby, I'm 21. I ain't even live half of the life that I wanted to live yet, done half of the things I wanted to do. I'm not thinking about that now, but I do want to see, like, where your headspace is. Like, do you think about marriage? Like, you know, because I done came from a home where my parents was married 20 years and would have kept going. You feel me? So it's like, I want that. Like, I want that longevity. Like, I seen what that's like, and I want a person, well, that's my best friend and stuff like that. So I just be asking those questions. I feel like niggas be getting scarred like I'm talking about right now with something. Like,
why do y'all
y'all
think that is, though? Like, why is niggas
They
so scared to
probably-
get
I don't
married?
know.
Is it the commitment part? Like, being with
I
one
didn't-
girl?
I didn't actually talk to men. And I don't know because, you know, men have different conversations on it's just them versus when they talking to a female. But I done had different men tell me, like, it's more so like the legal thing. Because it is a lot of females now, I can't say, and it's sad to say, a lot of females out here don't want shit for, like, they don't want for nothing. Like, they really just want somebody to be out here taking care of them. And I think a lot of men is scared to get married because knowing, like, you know, a person could take something from them. Like, you know, once you've been married for a while, so you say you get a divorce, like, you have to be able to provide that person with whatever they was used to. Like, if they got used to having a certain amount of money when y'all was together, you have to keep that lifestyle up for them. So I feel like a lot of men, but I feel like that's an excuse because why is we thinking about divorce?
Literally, like, why is the first thing you think about is letting me go when I want to get married?
Yeah, like, we
Like,
on the
what
wrong
fuck?
track
What we
already.
on, bro? That's red flag.
Red flag,
Stop
red
ignoring
flag.
them red flags, ladies, please.
But nobody is thinking about longevity, though, no more. Like,
Is it this generation? I feel like social media plays a big part in that, though. I feel like y'all
Absolutely.
just want people for, like, the image and the pictures on the Instagram. Y'all don't want to be there through the thick times. Like, when motherfuckers ready to let go, y'all ain't ready to be there. I feel like y'all just want to be in a relationship to say y'all in a relationship.
because I feel like people don't know what being in a relationship really is, and that's because a lot of people don't have those examples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, relationship is work for real. You got to think about it like from a broader perspective. Think about it's you and another person, y'all growing together. Like, think about how you are as a person. They that same way, but of course a different person. Like, they're growing, they're figuring out life for themselves. They figuring out what they want to do, where they want to be, who they are, and they changing every day just like you are. Sometimes, like I said, y'all might not be happy. Like, sometimes it's like, I hate this person. Like,
Literally.
I don't want to be this person. But that's when y'all have to really figure out, like, can I stick this through? And I feel like a lot of people don't be wanting to stick stuff through because they feel like they see stuff on Instagram and they got an idea of what a relationship is supposed to be like, but that's not really how relationships is.
That's just them while they in
They have the honeymoon phase,
bro.
yeah.
Bro, motherfuckers be out there cheating. Celebrities get cheated on too, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that, but they just don't tell
They
us
regular
they're
people.
not. They regular. Y'all need to stop, like, holding these celebrities to, like, a higher power. The only person with a higher power is God,
Okay.
in my opinion. Like,
And
y'all
we
need to
all human and trying to figure this stuff out at the end of the day.
Exactly. They steal people. They bleed like we bleed. They do everything like we do. They just got a little more money. That's it.
I just feel like some people don't know how to have real hard conversations. Like,
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Buddy or whatever, and it was just like I had to tell him I was no longer happy, and it was crazy because it was like, damn, I never knew I would not be happy. But it wasn't necessarily like I'm not happy with you. I'm just not happy right now. Like, I'm
In the
not
space
happy
that
with,
we in right now.
Right, I'm not happy on where I'm at. It ain't got nothing to do with you. And he kind of took that the hard way because it was like, damn, what am I not doing? And it's really not what you doing. It's more like me. Like, I'm not giving myself the more happiness I need to. I'm not providing that stuff. Like, I'm not providing that for myself no more. I'm relying on you. And that is a problem. I used to do that before. So, like, yeah, I ain't want to mess it up. But I feel like people have to have hard conversations, and people be avoiding that, trying to beat around the bush, and that fucks up a lot of relationships and friendships too, because I really got to talk that out. Like, as much as you don't want to, you never know what another person is going through or what they may be thinking about on the other side. So I just feel like hard conversations are needed. So
That's
grow
one
up.
thing that I can, like, granted, with my group of friends, I ain't never, like, too much had no problem or nothing like that. But I do appreciate the fact that all of my friends, like female and male, we can all have a conversation. We can all communicate. We can all talk about how they feel about something, how I feel about something. And it don't have to be like,
argument.
You feel me? Like, granted, the person might not see it at that time, and I might not see it at that time, but we always are able to like piggyback and be like, I apologize, for making you feel that way. That wasn't my intentions. We could be grown about shit, you know?
That's how I felt with me and Nato. Like, I was just like blacking out at that moment. But as you get older, you see where you was wrong. And admitting when you was wrong, that's your first step. Admitting when you wrong, you got to come to realization on where you stand at that position. So I feel like growing up and, having them hard conversations.
And realizing genuine friendships, because you got to be able to realize, like, this was my friend. Like, this is something that we can be able to work out. This is something that we can be able to get past instead of having pride and being like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout
like,
out to me and Kara for working past our little hump. Hey,
Yeah,
for friendships is real, bro.
Yeah,
bro. You got homework on that one.
Man,
I feel like that's
fight
the
for
hardest.
my friend.
Oh,
Fucking
no.
nigga.
Fucking nigga. But now, just to piggyback on like what Kara was saying, like, I think that's kind of why in my little situation I fought for, like, I held on for so long, because it's like shit ain't easy. So I was trying to find the balance of like, when is it time to let go? Like, I had to ask my mama, like, when is it time to let go? Like,
when you start asking that.
Yeah.
Literally. Heavy on when you start asking them questions.
Yeah.
That's when it's time to let go. Because ain't no motherfucker
Because
gonna
how we
tell
get
you,
how we
bro.
get here from asking
We
this
got
question,
here,
like,
bro. We was just best
just
friends
cool.
in the
Best-
back of
yeah,
in a
what?
car seat, bro. We was just at the grocery store picking out groceries for Sunday dinner. We was just so locked in, and now I'm asking my mama like, Mom, I don't know what to do. He tripping. Once I get to ask it's over, bro. It's over for you. You're done.
I feel like not for me, because my mama, my best friend, like, I mean, not as far as like, okay, I say not for me, and I say that to say like when I'm talking to my mama about a guy, not necessarily asking like when do I let go, but when I'm talking to my mama about a guy, I feel like that's normal for me because that's my best friend. Like, I talk to her about everything. Like, I could be just talking to a nigga and she gonna know. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's just
Number unsaved and all.
Yeah, for a number unsaved and all, heavy on it, and I'm still telling her, and I feel like that's what be cursing me. I be telling her that shit too. Like, every time I tell you about a nigga, that shit just don't end up working out. I'm done telling you about niggas. Like, I can't do it no more because I think it's you. Like, you.
I think it's you. Every time I tell you about nigga, I get my hopes up. God tell you, humble yourself, child. Have you to humble yourself? I have a question for y'all. Where y'all at in y'all healing stage?
Ooh, because I was gonna ask y'all that.
My
I was gonna ask y'all, like, what does the healing stage look like for y'all?
For me, it's going outside, not rereading my messages no more.
Bro. Yep.
Heavy on that, please.
Heavy on a.
I need you to delete them tonight.
I ain't doing that shit.
Cause baby, I know I had to. I don't know.
I can't
That shit gonna
do
piss
it.
me off all over again. I'm gonna want to get back into
Because
it.
you start reading stuff, you
Bro,
like,
that's
you
2
really
years,
said you
bro.
really
Like,
playing with me.
and I let this slide, like, bro.
I was with this man, jail and all. 2 years, thick
Man,
and thin.
y'all. I mean, when I say she was with that man, jail and
Jail
all,
and all, putting money on books, answering phone calls. I ain't gonna lie, I
we
ain't
was
never
there.
had
She wouldn't go outside with us till she
Bro,
get off the phone with that
till
man.
I got off the phone. Ain't nobody finna tell me I can't get. Bro, my man needs to talk to me right now. I'm like Sexy Red, free my baby daddy. What are you talking about? I swear, no,
T-shirt
y'all.
and
It
all.
was so bad, y'all. And for him to just give up like that, I feel like that was like a slap in the face to me. But I just gotta take it like, don't ever overdo your part. If a motherfucker show you what it is, let it be what it is.
Man, I feel like that's all I'm saying. We here with it for real because like, oh, I overplayed my part too much.
But
And
I be
it's-
over trying to prove that I'm here. Like,
Man,
bro,
I'm here for you. I'm there.
I told this man, like, I'm just trying to understand you. Like, I don't even want to nag. I just want, who y'all know? Who the fuck y'all know?
I ain't asked this nigga for not a dollar.
A damn.
Not a dollar.
Not a
I just wanted
damn.
to understand him emotionally, physically, mentally, be there for him. I ain't never asked for shit. I always gave everything because that's the type of person I am. But I ain't never asked for shit from that man. And for him to just, we ain't gonna get into it.
Now, it really do be crazy, but it's so crazy, too, that, like, now that I'm out of that situation, I feel like, and this is nothing but God, like, I feel like God saw all the work that I was putting in and how, because only God know how much I was crying, baby. I was crying. Like, I was
Still crying.
I'm trying not to cry right now.
Man, if y'all don't try not to cry right now, man, y'all get a
y'all
real
see what
raw.
I'm talking about, man.
Man, I'm trying to have my face like,
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my ass low, but
have you on the ass, though. Y'all ain't gonna see me cry on this podcast. So you talking about
Not
first
today.
podcast?
Not the first one.
Not
Not the
today.
first one. Maybe like a five. So
Yeah,
damn.
when I talk about grief, y'all, I don't know how that's gonna go, but now like, what was I saying? damn, I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, my
y'all.
little kid Oh, bro, we all talking about we finna cry this bitch. Hold on now.
Maybe we need to cry a little
Oh,
bit.
man, maybe we need a little. Hey, maybe we need to take a little sip.
Can we take a sip, y'all?
Let's
Let's take a sip break.
Seth taking the shot, child.
We
Behind the
got
camera.
Seth behind the camera taking a
bro.
shot.
He taking a shot of that real shit though, y'all.
No,
I
but
know
you did ask us a question though. I remember that for sure.
No, I just wanted to know, like, I like your question too,
Yeah.
though. Like, what stage do y'all feel like that y'all are in y'all healing stage, and what does healing look like to y'all? Like, what's some of the coping mechanisms that you guys have to like heal?
I'm gonna just start with
Toxic and good.
I'm gonna just start with what healing looks like. I feel like what used to trigger you, you could look at it and be at peace with it. Yeah.
That's a big one.
So
Heavy on that one. That's a little good
that's
one.
my coping mechanism. This was crazy because I remember talking to you about this, but I had to talk to my ex or whatever, and it was more like, I wouldn't say closure, but it was like I prayed about it. I prayed for God to heal me instead of the situation, because I know I was like low key the problem too. So it was more like I don't want this back, but I do want to show gratitude to the fact that this person did bring me back to loving myself and loving love again, and not more so mad at the fact that we're not together. So it's more like a you okay without being with this person. So
Yeah, because like one thing, I'm happy that you just said that, because like one thing about it, granted, the nigga did do some hurt.
yeah,
But at the same time, I'm not going to just say like he just did hurt. Like he did help me grow a lot. Like I feel like he helped me become a woman a lot, because like I understand relationships from a different perspective. Like it helped me kind of grow up mentally. Like, you know, instead of just being like, oh, fuck this, or I'm done, I don't want to deal with
yeah,
this.
I love that
or,
for you. You grew
No,
from that.
literally.
yeah, like, you know, like I actually tried. I'm actually like in my soft girl era. Like people, especially men, used to tell me like, you too. Actually, my friend was just telling me like,
Too aggressive?
You too aggressive. Like, you know, like I don't know if you would be able to have a dude, and you know, for a dude to take you serious, because like you intimidate men. And I'm like, damn, like, am I the problem? Like,
You ain't never
I
the
really
problem.
had to take a
Never.
step back. Like, damn, am I too aggressive? Like to the point where I got to asking people, like, do you feel like I'm too aggressive? But that situation really showed me like I could be in my soft girl era. Like I could. It
Pick
just
the
all,
right
I feel like it's
person.
all about the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Like it's all about
That
the person.
motherfucker gotta bring that guard down from you. I ain't gonna lie. With me healing, I don't know what that bitch look like. I could listen
Well,
to
she was just talking about F that man, his mom.
I ain't gonna lie. We had a little preview of the podcast earlier. I was getting into it, but healing for me, it looked like I'm a real music person. So I make playlists based off like me and
How you
him. We
feeling?
got like a 20-hour playlist that I made,
Mm.
and I could listen to that play.
It's certain songs. Yeah.
Man, I could listen to that. Go ahead.
So you got your playlist, right?
Uh-huh.
So like, say you healing. Is it like, you know how you be in the stage and it's like a song that hit, but like you move on and you listen to that shit again, you like, I don't know why the fuck I was.
I be doing that, yeah.
Man.
With switching nigga out with someone walking.
Remove that bitch from the playlist. That bitch you can remove from the playlist. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't at
I
that
listen to
stage
my
yet.
playlist. Man, it's just one playlist on my phone called Love Jones. If y'all need it, text me and let me know. It's
Y'all gonna
20
need it.
hours long. I promise
Y'all
y'all.
gonna need it.
It's my. I swear I was gonna get married to that man with that playlist. I listened to it. We had this one song, Like a Star. It was his mama's favorite song. I listened to it today, and I feel a little song because that was my. I know we gonna get back together later on. I know
Yeah,
this
y'all.
about healing.
I ain't gonna lie. After seeing that last little message, both of y'all though, I on both of them. I feel like
Bro.
both of them are gonna get back with
We
their
gonna get
situation. Like y'all don't know how they ended, but both of them, I feel like they both ended in a really positive. Like
yeah.
yeah.
Even though I
way,
said I
like,
hate
you
that
know?
nigga, I don't hate you, bro. I don't.
And that's
Which
how
camera
you know
we
it
on?
was.
it was genuine.
I don't hate you.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
why,
how you
and
know it was
that's
real.
why I feel like
Yeah.
that's why when I first started, what I was talking about, I said I'm in the stage where I just don't feel like, you know, it was real, because if we really grown, you feel me? I feel like we could have ended it on some real grown shit. Like it's no reason I had to end it off treating a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I feel like, and off that, I feel like I was in the wrong for ending it how I said I hate that nigga everything. I don't hate
no,
that
because
nigga.
he came real.
He came real mannish. Like,
Yeah.
that's a grown ass man. And after we done with this podcast, I'm going to call him.
No, you're not. You gotta leave it at stand on your shit.
Nah, because I had said
Now
I
I'm
hate him,
investigating.
and I feel like hate is like a strong word for the motherfucker I used to. I
yeah.
still love. I still
But he
got love.
understand though, like he know.
He don't understand that hate shit. That hate shit is that's a strong
That's a
word.
strong
Oh,
word.
no,
I don't
words,
never
words
hate
in the
nobody.
atmosphere be
Oh,
real.
bro, and if
Mhm.
something ever happened to him, I swear I wouldn't be the same. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna apologize to him after that. But I feel like
Heavy
when
on
you
me,
end
yeah.
shit on like a good term, that's when you know
You heal better. Yeah, like you heal
so
better.
I just gotta go back a little bit.
I feel
and
like my person
heal.
just wasn't in that space. Honestly, like
Y'all
my,
feel like you feel like y'all was in like just a childish place, or he just wasn't ready for you.
I
I
feel
feel like
like
it was new for them both, though. Like knowing Diamond, not really knowing him, but I know my friend, and I know it was different. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like she tried her best.
She did.
Yeah,
her
I
big
went,
one.
I went to
she
go
did
see
more than
that
her
nigga.
best.
You feel me?
So-
Like I pulled up on that
Hey,
nigga.
pull it up on that nigga. That nigga don't live in Atlanta. Fuck you
2
talking about?
hours. I drove
Yeah.
2 hours to that.
Hey,
nigga.
Diamond did her big one too. Diamond was not a lover. We remember we had them conversations before I left school, bro. We had them conversations how you thought you would never fall in love. You would never do this. You would never do that. She was in love, y'all.
In love, in too
She was
deep.
in love. In too deep. Heavy on the Drake. She want to see
too
Drake
deep.
later. But
Mm.
yeah, heavy on a Drake. Heavy on a. She was in love.
But
It's
I feel
just-
like now that like I can answer my question about like where I'm at with my healing stage, I feel like that's why I'm healing the way that I am because
Mhm.
I know I held up my end of the bargain. Like before I did go drive to see that nigga, I talked to God and I was just like, and when I was with his ass too, like I was talking to God and I was just like, God, like whatever you feel like needs to happen,
let it happen.
let it happen. Like I'm coming here to have a conversation. I wasn't coming to get back. I wasn't coming for us to get, like get good. I just wanted to have a conversation in person to be able to, like get that off my chest because if not, I was going to be overthinking. And after I said what I had to say and I did what I had to do, I really left it to God. And I can't be mad at it. Cause honestly and truly, I prayed to God. Like, you can't pray to God and be like, if something ain't right for you, remove it out of my life and then get mad when he remove it out your life. You know?
that wasn't for you.
It was just, it's not what you thought it
be
was.
careful
So
what you asked for.
honestly, but I mean, I needed to ask for that because I don't want anything negative in my life. Like, I don't have time for that, bro. I got too much stuff going on. And one thing about me, like, if I'm going to have people in my life, I'm going to pour into them and stuff like that. So I need people to be the
pour
same with
into
me.
you,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't need nobody to take nothing from me. And one thing I can say, like, just being out of that situation, I just feel so, like, I don't know, free.
Relieved.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I feel so free. And granted, it wasn't always like that. Like, it was good. I was feeling free, but man, at the end though, it just got bad. Like, once it got bad, it got bad.
Yeah, and it got worse
Mhm.
until it got free.
So another question I got for y'all is like, what has been the most challenging part about healing, or what's some of the most challenges y'all faced while healing?
Not texting or calling that person to check up on them. It's not my job anymore to call or check up on you and make sure you're okay. I be checking Instagram stories, don't post. I be like, should
I hate that
be
motherfucker.
contemplating.
I don't even want to see the Instagram story.
Y'all
Not
know
you
me.
put it on mute.
I blocked.
That girl
Bro.
queen of blocking.
Bro, I'll be checking stories just to make sure because I got so much love for that man. 2 years, that's a long ass time. Since
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
freshman in college, bro, we done been through the toughest time. I got so much love for him, and I just want to make sure he's okay. That's just
Yeah.
my biggest thing. Everybody be like, don't call
But it's
him,
like,
don't text
Is he
him.
doing the same thing?
And that's what all my friends said. They be like, do he check up on you? Do he call you and make sure you're okay? No, so don't do it for him.
It's like you could have it's not even no tit for tat or
Mhm.
because you don't never want to kind of like match energy. You always
Mhm.
want to show up as a genuine person, but it's like you putting too much more
Yeah,
in than you
into
getting out.
it.
You feel me? Like you could always want to make sure a person good. You can
Mhm.
always pray for a person, pray for
Mhm.
somebody's well being without talking to them, without checking in on them. Because at the end of
I
the day, you
definitely
doing
pray.
that is hurting you. You feel me? Because then
Exactly.
you know you ain't just going on the Instagram checking
Man.
in. Now you reminiscing and like
Heavy
it's
on the
just
reminiscing.
heavy on it. I'm
Nah, I
already
got
knowing.
another question. Do y'all delete photos and shit?
Yeah.
Y'all delete that
Nah,
shit? You
this
delete
nigga
that
still in my favorite.
Bro,
No,
every
I
time I
got
open my
to.
phone, I swear if I open my phone right now, it's gonna pop up a picture of him.
Nah, I got to. Mm-mm.
It's like I don't know why because but my excuse is I got so many pictures in my phone. I'm not about to
Man,
go
I ain't gonna lie,
like
I got
we've been messing with each other
13,000.
since last October. I don't have time right now to be going through all last October to delete. I got old messages. screenshots of
40,000
messages.
pictures.
I got
Ooh,
pictures of us on
what?
FaceTime. I got videos.
40,000 pictures on
Let
my
me
phone.
let me see how many I got. I
Oh,
think
bro.
I got way
Empty
let me
glass
see.
cup.
Put
that bitch back.
I ain't ready to finish
I don't
yet.
need no more.
I got 56,000.
You got 50. You got more than me. She got more than me.
I
and
think
I'm
she's
a
stopping at
photographer.
56.
I'm a photographer. She got more than me, y'all. It hit different.
56,971 pictures.
Bro, I got hold
The
on, let me
exact
check.
number is
I got 40,821. She up by like 10.
I have one video. I have
She got
one video on
16.
Snapchat that I don't even have Snapchat. So,
No, I'm not talking about a dude. I don't
I'm
know.
talking in general.
In general.
oh, I was finna say.
Oh,
I'm
hell
like,
no. I don't even think that man
crazy.
got that many pictures of himself in his
Oh.
phone.
Okay, good to know.
Nah, but it's just like I got too many pictures to be trying
Yeah,
to delete
go
it.
through it and
I
delete.
actually just went through my stuff today. I'm like, damn. I saw those screenshots. I'm like, damn.
I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna go through another healing process because I feel like I'm almost healed Lil Dirt, but I ain't there yet.
Gee, I thought I was doing doing good, and that nigga called me last night.
And then you just went back.
I ain't answered though. Thank God. Like I was
No,
doing her.
It's him.
Yeah,
calling.
like why you calling?
Like,
I think it's
he
because
miss you.
motherfuckers see what I got going on.
Yeah,
Nah,
you see,
it's-
you not bothered.
He knew
like,
that though.
motherfuckers want you to be. I don't understand what's niggas logic with bitches. Being, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna say women. Women being hurt behind certain shit. I ain't gonna say bitches because I'm talking about me. Bitch, I ain't no bitch.
Oh, I thought you was talking about them.
Nah,
I
I
mean,
ain't talking
hey.
about the other bitches. I'm talking about me as a bitch. No. Nah,
My
but
bad.
I just understand, like, I don't know. I don't want no motherfucker calling me and talk about, like, they could get under my skin.
Nah, yeah, that shit blows me though. Like
Yeah.
if me and Kara talk about this all the time. Like it's not a flex to me for a nigga to come back.
Yeah.
Don't come back to me.
Don't.
Please don't come back to me. Like I don't want you to come back to me, honestly. Cause I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to move forward. And all you doing is kind of holding me back,
Hold you back.
making me think about things that could have been, should have been, and it ain't. And it ain't that no more. And then I also feel like, why call now? Like I ain't talked to this man since like, September, like something, the beginning of September.
And it's
Why
the end
you?
of September.
Yeah, like you let all this time go
being
by
messy.
without saying nothing
Yeah.
or clearing up anything. Like you didn't let me create my own narrative at this point.
Yeah.
You feel me? Why say something now? Like I'm
And now I think you with a bitch. You got a new bitch. You doing this, that, the third. Don't call my phone, Tyrone. You better call Tyrone.
you better call whoever. You feel me? Whoever
Bro.
had you occupied them last couple weeks, call them. Like,
Call him right now. I bet you can't because you're blocked.
Mm.
I hate that for you.
karma eating you up, ain't it?
Yeah, it be
Beating
that.
the fuck out of you. Karma Summer Walker. Do your homework.
So what's the most challenging part for you about healing?
Real spiritual. So me and God be like this. So I like to pray, but I remember one time I didn't get what I wanted. And, you know, that low key pisses me off. But it was like a humbling moment because I had to talk to my mom about it. I'm like, God did not give me what I wanted. Like, what's up? What's the beef? And she was just like, you prayed for it, so now you got to move forward. And it was more like if you got to keep going back to God for the same thing over and over again, it's like you questioning his faith and his work. Like, this man ain't never let you down, so why you keep going back steady trying to get something done? And it was really, I wanted it my way or no way, and that's not how this works. I feel like God gonna put you in a situation that's gonna lead you to his plan. And I wanted it so bad for me. Like, what if he did give me a relationship and I was still on bullshit? Now it's like you done fucked up what God gave you. So it was just like you need to sit down. You need to be okay with just not getting your way. Because my way could be 10 times less than what God is going to give me. So I feel like being humbled by prayer and God works.
I feel like God has like a real weird way of like humbling you, honestly, because it's like sometimes I be feeling I be so used to like trying to be in control of stuff, and I think I got this from my mama bad, like just being so in control of my life, and I feel like God constantly be reminding me like it's really my life. You feel me? Like you're living my life. You living through me. I put you on this earth to do something for me. You know, you get what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like God has a weird way of like humbling you and letting you know like it ain't about your way. Like, yeah, this your life, but I got this. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm the master of this. Like,
Yeah, I be catching myself in relationships though. I be putting more into that relationship than my relationship with God, and that's when he be, all right, you tweaking out a little bit too much. So yeah, that's where it be coming in at.
I think that's a really like that. I think honestly, that's why God really had me get about that situation, because if I could be truly honest, my whole focus was like me and that nigga. Like, granted, I still was getting shit done. I was still doing shit. I still was, making stuff happen. But like, I feel like I was slacking in other areas in my life because
Especially
I was so focused on
distance,
and especially like it was crazy because like, first of all, we didn't start off long distance. We was I wouldn't say an hour. Like, an hour is not long distance for real. We didn't start off long distance, and then we became long distance, and then I went to LA. And I feel like me going to LA, it was even more put a damper on our relationship because I'm 3 hours behind, you 3 hours ahead. We on 2 completely different time zones, living 2 completely different lives. And it was like, I was trying to show him, like, I'm not out here doing no crazy shit. Like, you don't got to worry about motherfuckers not, because, like, it'll be times he'll be like, you don't even got time for me, woo. And I be like, bro, like, and I wouldn't have time. I wouldn't even lie. Like, I wouldn't have time for him. But I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me make time for him. Like, let me not go out with my friends. Let me tell they ass, like, I'm staying in the crib. Like, I send motherfuckers off. I send motherfuckers clean off. I tell they ass, like, yeah, I'm popping out. He'll call me. I'm in the bed. Not answering motherfuckers' phone. Like, and I feel like God had to take me out of that because he was, hold on, baby girl. You putting too much of your focus into this nigga. Like, you not even thinking about all the shit that you got going on right now. You got too much shit going on. And I definitely don't feel like he was putting this, because he had shit going on, but he definitely wasn't putting, all his focus on what we had going on at all. So, like, that's definitely why God had me, like, be about that situation. Like, I got to remove you because this ain't good for you. And I feel like females do that, though. Like, why do we put so... I feel like that's probably, like, the nourishing part of us.
The mother part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, putting our focus into, like, I wouldn't say the guy, but the relationship.
I don't know. I got a friend, the Aquarius.
Uh-oh.
Aquarius men.
Apart from you.
We gotta talk, because I gotta ask some questions.
Yeah, but I have a friend. She do not put her focus on no relationship. We be like, girl, go talk to him. She be like, girl, fuck that nigga. I be
She just ain't felt that one.
She ain't felt, man.
Because I'm an Aquarius and I found that one and I just be...
Yeah, because I was the same way, but
I don't know what y'all.
Yeah, I got some questions about some Aquariuses or something.
I do.
I fuck with y'all.
I feel like I don't have no questions because fuck, I don't even want to. I don't even want to know. Like it's I'm past that.
I got a question. What's up with y'all? I wouldn't say picking and choosing, but like you said, you gotta find a person. But what is it about y'all wanting to show feelings that y'all just don't do it? Like, y'all, what
like,
is it?
Okay, I think to better ask her question, like, what is it? Okay, because 1 minute, and correct me if I'm wrong, because of course, not every Aquarius is the same. Like, excuse me, y'all, and not every Aquarius is the same. Everybody got their own personality traits at the end of the day. But like, one thing I can say that I learned about Aquarius is like, y'all hot and cold. Like, 1 minute y'all in, and then I feel like when y'all feel like y'all too deep in, y'all take a step back. Like, what is it about? Like, why?
Because I feel like when we too deep, we deep in some shit. Like, I'm on a different level of deep in some shit.
Yeah, they are.
I feel like I'm next level deep in some shit. So I act like, and I do this with friends too. I act like I don't give a fuck about my friends.
Yeah, but like, that's so toxic. Because like, I know, no, I'm gonna say why it is toxic, because it's okay to, when you first meet somebody, friend, whatever, relationship, whatever, it's okay to have your guard up, because you don't know that person. But when y'all actually build a genuine friendship, a genuine relationship, and you know this person, and you know this person ain't got no ill intentions towards you, why be like that? Why I feel like you gotta act like you don't care, because like, why, what I'm saying? Why it should be no problem with caring. Like it's
It's a disappointment thing.
A disappointment.
But that's the thing about life that we don't.
Yeah,
and I feel it because I can attest to that. I can agree to that. But one thing that I am learning as I'm growing is sometimes that ain't on the person. That's just
but
life.
I just feel like as a Aquarius personally, I just feel like I act like I don't give a fuck about people that I love the most.
That's
if
what
I
it is.
if I love
That's what it is.
Man,
That's
my
what
best
it
friend
is.
get the worst out of me. I call man, y'all.
Because that nigga told me the
Man.
last thing he told me, like, I do love you. I just have a funny way of showing it.
When I love somebody too much, I can't show you that I love you too much because I feel like you gonna take that as weakness.
But for
I
me,
heard that before. Yeah,
I feel that because I'm an Aries, so like I
Mhm.
get that to a certain extent. But it's like if like me personally, I don't know. I think it's because I'm just making an excuse for myself. Like if I'm showing you I'm genuine, why do that to me? Like why do that to me? Why?
Because how I'm supposed to know that you different?
Because
from
nigga,
anybody?
we been
'Cause
locked
no,
in.
It ain't nothing about us being locked in. It's about motherfuckers in the past. I done thought I was
But
locked in
see?
with a billion people. Now it ain't even just to put that on you. It's just to understand. Like I've been locked in with a billion people before, and they told me they was locked in with me, and bullshit happened. So I'm gonna treat you like I don't give a fuck about you, even though I love you with my whole heart.
But you can ruin a
and
good.
I understand
You could.
that.
That's like self-sabotaging in a way. I
And
feel like
that's
we
what we
all
do.
have a huge
That's
like
what we do. No, Aquarius do it to the
self-sabotage like
worst.
because it's like yeah, granted, some people did come into your life and they told you that they was gonna stick around and they didn't stick around, but that's the risk you take when you get into any
Yeah.
type of relationship, friendship, anything. Like it's gonna be times where you're gonna have people in your life and they don't be in your life no more. Like
Yeah.
everybody is not meant to be in your life
But Aquarius
for a
like
long
the
time.
most. We sensitive as hell, but we don't
And I
show
peep
it.
that.
We don't show it.
I peep
Like
that.
we try to act like we so hard. No, we're sensitive as fuck. Like we got that hard shell outside, but in the inside we all gooey, mushy and shit. But I just feel like I don't know. It's been my Aquariusness really hit when my cousin passed away, and I act like I hated everybody, but I really love everybody. But I can't show it because if I show it and then something happened, then I'm gonna be back in that stage, and I don't want to go back to that stage. So I act like I hate everybody, even though I love them the most.
Bro,
So
my nigga told me like, sometimes I just gotta be nonchalant. Like I just
you
gotta
have
like
to be to protect your feelings, to make sure I don't hurt, bro, because that hurt gonna hit different. As an Aquarius, my hurt gonna hit different than anything you've ever experienced.
Nah, man, you hurt me.
But
you
on
hurt
that
me.
mental-
Like damn, you gonna hurt me.
My
Trying to
hurt gonna hit on the emotional, physical, mental level. Like you ain't never seen no crazy shit like that. Like my hurt gonna hurt to the worst extent, like you dead or something. And to everybody else, is like, all right, he left me alone, she left me alone. Ooh, ooh. No, my hurt gonna be like, damn, that was my favorite person in the world, and that's just over. And now I'm gonna be in a room for like a month or two, soaking that shit in. We sensitive as hell on the inside, but on the outside, you don't see that shit. Like I play way too much. You can ask anybody.
Aquarius plays way too much.
But I do that to make other people happy. I do that shit to make everybody else laugh. When on the inside, I'm beating myself. I'm going through it. But y'all don't know that because I'm funny as hell, right? But y'all don't know that.
I could definitely like attest to that. Like just not even just Nazaria, but different Aquarius that I know. I feel like all of them is like that. That's something y'all got to figure out because like.
I ain't figuring out shit.
No, because you.
I just had a feeling she was gonna say that, bro.
No,
that's
like,
some shit they would say, bro.
Literally,
like,
though, that's
like,
some
what
shit
the
that
fuck?
they would say. Like
Do your
y'all,
homework.
y'all ass just feel like y'all just is the way y'all are, and that's just what it is. But
It's just what it is, bro.
I feel like y'all gonna grow. Y'all gonna get into
I
a
ain't growing
stage.
shit. Yeah. 15th. I ain't doing no growing, bro. This as big as you get. What are you talking about? I'm
be
fat
them.
now.
It be
Fucking
them.
fat.
It be them, man.
I'm fat now.
But
You
nah,
ain't get
I
no
got a
taller.
question for
It
y'all
be so
too.
crazy because me and Aquarius get like we like
She love Aquarius.
Like we like I can't
It's
help it. Like
sick.
we just get along so good, y'all. I swear to God, it's just like a different type of chemistry. Like we just get along
We
on
bring
some
that out of
cool
people.
shit. On some cool. Nah, it's me.
Nah, it's me on front of grave. On
Nah, they be
Brian
cool.
Head,
They be cool. I get them that. They be
all they
cool.
is
Aquarius
laughing in the
do be
car.
cool though. I think it's we be cool together. Fuck, I ain't never gonna say a motherfucker cooler than me.
Not too much.
Nah, you ate with that one.
Do your homework on that bitch, oh, bro.
But nah, Kara, ask your question though.
Do y'all think healing is like a everlasting thing, or someone can fully be healed?
I feel like it depends. Cause like, okay, I say that to say like with grief, that's an everlasting thing. Like you
Yeah.
constantly healing through that. It's something that you could never get over. But with a relationship, I feel like you can eventually get over that. You could definitely heal from that and accept it for what it is and move forward from it. For sure.
It depends on what type of healing we doing. It's different types of healing. Relationship healing, I feel like you could be fully healed from a relationship. But when it's something like grief, like depending on the person, like daddy, mama, family member.
Even I feel like shit, no matter who it is.
Bro, best friend.
Yeah, anybody. I just feel like it's something that you could never, because like you don't have that person to help you. Like with a relationship, like I ain't gonna say you always have that person, because sometimes you just have to be able to heal on your own. Sometimes people don't get closure and they have to learn to get through
But
it
that
by
person
themselves.
not gone.
But that person not gone. You feel me? Versus somebody not being here is like, how do you heal from that? Like, how do you get over? Because you're gonna constantly forever miss that person.
And even if one day you don't miss them, I promise the next day you gonna miss them big.
It's gonna be a
like
day.
10 times
It's gonna be
worse,
it's gonna be a random
the
random
most
day.
rainy, shiny. I swear,
A random moment. It could be a song, a moment, something that's gonna happen, and you like, you feel me? You gonna be like, damn, that person, I missed that person. You know?
Bro, like damn that motherfucker.
How you
never
feel?
coming back.
Like, what you think?
Like y'all said, it depends on the situation. I also feel like it depends on the person too, because some people don't want to heal, and that's when the real work gotta start. Cause
shit.
yeah, and I know for me when I was younger, I ain't wanna deal with shit. Like I wanted to be that victim. I wanted to make everybody else feel like how I felt, just cause of me being young and hard ass head. I don't know. I just did shit because it was like, if I'm hurting, why you not hurting? And that was childish. I'm gonna say childish. That was childish and some form of type of evil, I guess. But it was more like ain't nobody gonna get you out of this shit but you and God. Like you gotta,
because don't nobody know how you feel. You feel me?
Exactly.
And you can tell motherfuckers this and that, but they don't nobody genuinely know how you feel. So it's like, you can't expect for no, you know.
Yeah, and that's when that maturity comes in. Like you have to really check yourself on that shit. That's why I'm really big on
check yourself.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, self-awareness. You really gotta go through that, because I know me, I didn't even want to do, like I woke up with an attitude, and it was like one day like, damn girl, why do you have attitude? Like you just woke up with this shit. And it was more like I'm hurt, so I want everybody else to hurt. But that's bogus as hell. Like that's when you lose people. I started losing people I love, and it was more like all right, girl, you gotta grow, you gotta learn.
You gotta figure something out. Like,
yeah, you gotta do something. So yeah, I just feel like the person too.
Do you feel like being like that, being in that phase of life, it like caused more hurt on you? Do you feel like
it did?
Or do you feel like it held you back for a while? And what took you to be like, I don't want to be like, because self-awareness is hard. I feel like a lot of people lack self-awareness, especially nowadays. Like, it's hard to check yourself. Like, you never want to be wrong. You feel me? Even to yourself, you never want to be the person that's like, oh, it's me, I'm the problem. You feel me? So it's like, to be able to be like, first of all, I commend you to be able to take accountability, to be able to like get in that space of self-awareness and understand like it's some type of thing. It's some things that I done did, you know, that I'm not proud of and I should change. So I want to say, like, first of all, I commend you and I'm proud of you for being in that space, because it's a lot of people, especially our age, that can't, like, they so busy, I guess, on some younger turn, they're not even on no self-awareness type of timing. But to reiterate my question, like, what made you just get up and be like, okay, I want to change? And then also, like, do you feel like that was hurting you and causing you to, like, not be able to move forward?
I'm gonna start with that one. It hurt me more than it hurt anybody else, because it was more like you not really like this. This ain't you. So it's more like I don't know. I might cry.
It's like, y'all, this is a
I might cry. I don't know. I woke up one day. I was going to church. I promise you, I went to church, and this girl was like, there was a grown lady. She was like, girl, you got too much potential to be pissed off at church. And I'm like, whatever you say, like, fuck it. Fuck what you saying, fuck everybody else. But it was more like me and my mama was.
Man, we need some tissue in this bitch. Next
Go ahead. Finish your
me and my
story.
mama was bumping heads, and I love my mama. Like, why you doing this to your mama?
Yeah.
But besides my mama, you know Darshina. I have a good friend, Darshina, and it was more like that's my girl, and you can't have no attitude at people who didn't hurt you. Hurt people, and it was more like they didn't do this shit to you, so like, come on now. But it was
understanding,
more
like real people in your life and understanding.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I'm not gonna say I lost her, but she was someone who stayed down. She didn't have to, and I feel like, thank you. It was more like she did that. She didn't have to, but she did, and that was nothing but God. So I thank God for growth.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Honestly, growth is real. Let's give a clap.
Yeah.
Because growth is real, and we growing literally every day.
Every day.
Second of the day.
Every day, literally, physically and mentally. Like every day that we sleep, we literally is growing.
Yeah, so my advice to all y'all, please check yourself before you start losing people that you love, because that's real, bro. Like,
And it's
like different.
People be so wanting to judge, so quick to judge everybody else, and I feel like people do that to like cope with what they got going on. Like instead of you checking yourself and you figuring out what's your issues, what's your problem, people be so quick to just like judge other people and play into other people's lives, and I feel like that's the main issue. Like I'm big on self-awareness. Like I even ask my friends sometimes, you know, like is this some things that I'm doing, or like I love to ask for their perspective all the time, y'all, really, because I love getting other people's perspective on things, because you know sometimes we have a hard way of like, I feel like looking on the outside of things. Like
you can't see it at that moment. Like you won't see it at the moment.
You seeing it from your perspective, and it's not always all about your perspective. Like that's not all, and that's the one thing I learned. It's not always all about your perspective. Sometimes you have to be able to look at it from all angles, all different sides. Like really, honestly. And another thing, this is way off what we was just talking about, but like I wanted to piggyback off of what you said about like it you being hard to like adapt through change. And I feel like really that's one thing. Like I can, first of all, I don't never want to be the type to like tell somebody what they should do, because I'm still figuring out my own shit. But I feel like it would be great for you to like get into like being able to be adaptable to change, because everyday life is changing. Like every day, you know, it's something. And even if it's not every day, eventually it's something in your life is going to change. And I feel like if you're more open-minded to it and you're more like willing to, you know, change, I feel like life will come with ease, because sometimes life changes at a blink of an eye. Like I swear to God, I never ever in a million years expected my daddy to pass away. Well, of course I knew it was going to happen, but I definitely didn't think it was going to happen during that time. And I never thought it was going to happen the way that it did. And that was the biggest like life change for me. And I had to think quick on my feet. Like, what am I about to do? Like, you know, like what are we going to do? And I feel like if I wasn't open-minded to change, that shit would have been hard for me. Like it would have been way more harder for me, honestly.
Yeah, I realized I had to see a therapist recently because you don't know now, but I'm gonna put it out there. I seen my mom and my brother get robbed at gunpoint. And
in Chicago, we gotta change.
I don't know what that was. But earlier that morning, an old friend of mine, we no longer friends or whatever, but she was close to her mom, and her mom passed away. And it was like a damn. Like I couldn't even say nothing else, but it was like damn. But then to see your mother and your younger sibling getting robbed at gunpoint on the day of his trunk party, like it was just crazy. Like so much could have happened just within that. And I realized it triggered me so much, because if something was to happen, I don't know what I would have done. I'm relying so much on my peoples. So it was like okay, you got to be prepared for this. And I didn't feel prepared.
And y'all, let me say this, you could never prepare for it.
Exactly.
No matter how much you try, you could never prepare for it. It's nothing, but you do got to kind of start to think like, don't take life for granted.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I'm like, okay, now you got to start living different. You got to start thinking differently. So it was more like a breaking point. Yeah.
I feel like therapy is important.
For men and women.
And for both. For all genders and all races, especially like not even, well, just we black, okay? And I'm going to advocate for my black people, especially black people.
Especially.
Because I feel like young kids, right, we always was told like, you don't have no feelings. You're a kid. You don't get to tell how you feel. You don't get to say, you feel me? And I feel like our parents and our grandparents, like telling us stuff like that is what molded us into being the people that we are today, not being able to communicate how we feel, because we was always shut down and we was always belittled. When honestly and truly, no matter how old you are, you have feelings and your feelings should matter. Like honestly and truly.
You know, it's crazy. It's so funny people say that, because I didn't grow up with that. Maybe with my dad, yeah. But my mom, she was real open. And I never took that. I always was like, she ain't crying. She ain't talking about her feelings. I got to be strong just like my mama. So I never went to my mama about how I felt. I wanted to be that strong individual that I saw. But as I got older, I see how important that is. That's why I'm going to school for it. So it was more like it's okay to talk that out. So.
And I commend my mama. I tell her this all the time, like, because she didn't have no example of like, okay, of course my granny was around, but like, just to be honest, we gonna be real. My granny wasn't really too much of a good example. My granny was an example, but she wasn't a good example. And it took my mama to want to be her own person and wanting more for herself to be like, I'm going to change and I'm not going to be like what I see. Because all she had was negative influences in her life. And it took her, like, I commend her. Like, granted, my mama's not a perfect person. She has some mishaps. She has done some things. You know, you feel me? She has made some mistakes, but again, she's human. But it took a lot for her to be like, I'm not going to be a product of my environment. I'm not going to be like what I see. Because in the beginning, you know, like, she wasn't as open to us having our own opinions. But as we got older, you know, she more so wanted to hear about how we felt about certain things, or what was our point of view on certain things. And I feel like that's what helped me be able to communicate more, because I wasn't really big on communicating. You know, like, I wasn't really big on telling people how I felt and stuff. I would just, like, be angry. And it helped me. And honestly, I could say therapy helped me too, because, like, it wasn't really like more so my therapist. It was more so me in a way. Like, being able to talk, I feel like, helped me figure out a lot about myself. Like, I was answering my own questions in therapy. Like, just being able to talk stuff out, being able to have somebody listening.
Bro, you know it's crazy. Not to cut you out, but it's a method. It's a why method.
Mm-hmm.
You'll ask someone a question and they'll give you an answer and they'll be like, why? And they'll say another answer and be like, why? And that gets to the root of an actual issue. And I think that's really helpful. So,
like, you solving your own problems in therapy. Like, I feel like a lot of people think about it like, oh, I'm telling somebody else my problems and they don't really care and they're not really listening. But it's not really for that other person. Like, granted, a therapist, they figuring this stuff out again. They human. They figuring out their own life. So they don't have all the answers for you. But one thing about therapy is sometimes you answer a lot of your own questions by just being able to talk. Like, when you got so much in your head, you're not able to really, like, how do I explain? Like, you're not able to really math everything out because it's all boggled up in your head, versus you being able to, like, to talk and hear what you're saying and actually think about, you know, the stuff that's you saying. You're like, oh shit, like, damn, I low-key just solve my own problem. I low-key just answer my own questions type shit.
Did all that talking.
You know?
Like, damn, am I the problem? Like, it be that. Like, damn, am I the problem?
Nah.
Now, you could never, I don't want people to feel like they the problem. We all have things that we can fix and we could, you know, like, get better at, but never feel like you the problem, bro. Like, never feel like you the problem at all. But I definitely encourage everybody to go to therapy, because
therapy is important.
It's very important, honestly. Like, it's very important just to be able to talk to yourself. I actually sometimes be wanting to go back to therapy myself, but I feel like I'm at like, therapy has helped me so much where I can be able to, like, cope through different things without, like, a therapist in a way, you know, like, either journaling or talking to my friends. Like, I actually have some genuine friends where I could go to. I be trying not to put too much on them, y'all, but
put it all on me. Put it all on me.
Her, like, girl,
put it all, just lay
like,
it on me,
bro.
bro. I'm so good, man. I'm so good.
Man,
I'm going to school
friends.
for it, so I have to.
Man,
like,
I love giving out advice to my homegirls, man. I love them to death.
I love the fact that I have some friends that I could relate to, like, on all different levels. You feel me?
Like,
the
same shit, bro.
On all, not even just relationship. I hate a friend. I didn't have some friends, especially recently, where all we could talk about was niggas, and it's like, damn, it's so much more.
Business, relationships, life.
But having friends that you feel me, could relate to on different levels, where y'all could talk about so many different things, and you feel me, and feel each other on it. I feel like that's such a blessing. That's why I did this podcast for her, honestly.
You got so many friends.
She lying. I don't got that many friends.
Our friend group pretty decent.
Yes,
our friend group pretty decent. She got some other friends too. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Seth behind the camera, bro. He doing his homework on that shit. He was quick with that one.
But no, y'all, I mean, I definitely don't want to end it off here, because I feel like we definitely did good.
We done got too deep.
We got too deep at graduate. Fucking do your
And
homework.
too deep, man. But it's like, do y'all have any questions? Because I don't too much have any more questions for y'all.
All
Seth behind the camera, like, do you have any questions? Like,
You good? He said, nah, y'all. I wish I could see him. He said, nah.
well, I mean, I'm okay. Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
My people that's watching my podcast for the first time, I definitely want y'all to comment a lot. Definitely down below in this video or DM me anything. If y'all feel like we need to have a part 2 of this conversation, if y'all feel like we need to get a little bit deeper into, what am I not looking at the camera? Where am I looking? No, because I feel like I've been looking at this camera this whole time.
That might be the right one.
Ooh,
Now we confused.
Boom.
ooh. So I've been looking at the right camera this whole time. Anywho, y'all. Like I said, definitely comment down below any feedback. And feel free to DM me or contact me through any of my social medias and let me know if y'all definitely want to see a part 2 of me and my friends. I didn't want to end it off like this because we definitely got deep, but I feel like
We
this
could
is
have
just
got deeper.
You feel like we could have got
I
deeper?
feel like we could have got deeper.
What's up? I mean, we still.
I ain't got no questions for you.
I mean, we could just
I cried.
go off the
That's
dome.
how deep it was.
Not
Off
for
the
real.
dome.
Yeah, we could just go off the
I
dome.
feel like for the first episode, we did good.
And no, for
Yeah.
real. Like, I feel like
Okay.
this is real genuine. I feel like this is
Deep.
a really great conversation. This is
Yeah.
a great way to start off the podcast. I don't want to give them too much. Like, we got to come back, you know?
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This how we talk on a regular basis. I ain't
Really?
gonna lie. Like we be at Diamond House, y'all, and
Talking
I swear,
for hours.
It's like this ain't shit.
This ain't nothing.
This ain't nothing. And
At
y'all
all.
got real uncut raw. We having a regular conversation right now, so
And this is us catching up with each other. Like I said, this is the first time we didn't seen each other in months. So, like, this is my
Man.
first time hearing about what she got going on, how she feeling about
my
her
first time
little
about
sister.
hearing them.
You feel me? Like,
man, this
me and
some
Kurt,
crazy
we in the
shit.
same state, in the same city, so we've been talking. But
Yeah.
it's been a while since we all been together. So like,
and we ain't even all together yet.
Yeah.
So we got another episode with the whole
gang,
crew.
you feel me? And that's why I was kind of not wanting to get too deep because I'm like, well, no, I ain't gonna
They
say
got a
not
little
get too deep.
something.
Yeah,
Just
like
a little sprinkle.
yeah, y'all got a little
I got a
sprinkle.
little sprinkle.
But let me know, of course, if y'all want me to do it, if y'all want us to do a part 2, because we definitely will come back. If y'all want to see more of us, if y'all feel like y'all are inspired by, you know, our stories and what we was talking about, definitely let us know if y'all want us to come back together, because we definitely will.
And if y'all ever want to talk about anything, y'all know the social media. Hit us
Yes,
up in the
sir.
DM.
Yes,
Subscribe and
I'm
like.
gonna have all of their social medias in my description as well. If y'all want to follow their main page, follow their photography page. They both real dope as hell at what they do. So
We
I
get
definitely
into
feel like
it.
y'all should check them out for sure.
Your
Like,
homework.
do y'all homework for sure. Like, do y'all research
Yeah, but
for
before
sure.
we end, shout out Miss Big Do It.
The
She gonna
biggest-
follow the Big Do It. Y'all
the
already know.
biggest-
This
the
shit-
biggest.
yeah,
It's
y'all
only up from here, bro.
It's only up from
Y'all follow her Instagram, follow her head
Get y'all
page.
head on.
Get
Get
y'all
y'all
head
head
on.
on,
She got
'cause
the
homecoming
birthday
coming real
special.
soon.
Get y'all head on, man. Tune in.
Okay.
She be slaying you bitches. Hey,
Okay.
arrogant. D.
And-
Do your homework on that one.
Period. But now, y'all, okay, before I even lie to y'all and tell y'all I'm gonna be posting every certain day, we gonna see how this first episode.
Do your homework on this episode, bro. Subscribe, like, do all y'all gotta do. 'Cause
One
be
thing I
patient.
can say though, at least every 2 weeks, y'all. Like, at least, and I'm gonna say y'all gotta be patient with me because I be having a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different
School.
stuff going on in my life. So it's like,
intern.
yeah, like I'm a whole intern, a
Work.
whole intern out here. I'm a whole hairstylist out here. I'm
She
a
do
whole
it all.
student out here.
Miss
I'm
Big
a whole
do it.
Airbnb host. Like, it's a
She
lot
do it
going on.
all.
And I'm a whole friend and family member. So it's
friend
like,
and family.
I be
Good friend.
Yeah.
On
I
that
be
one.
trying to make time for my friends, my family, and myself. So it's like, y'all just give me a little grace. And I'm a whole just outside of just this podcast, I am a YouTuber again. So it's like, it's a lot of stuff I got going on. So
She
just
do it all.
keep, like, be patient with me. I'm going to definitely try to make sure that I'm following up every 2 weeks. I want to do it every week, but this is my first podcast. So I want to see how this going to go, but definitely stay tuned for the next episode. I already got my first 5 episodes, like, planned out and everything. So I'm going to be trying to come back to back with y'all, but just definitely give me feedback on how y'all felt about my first podcast and, like, anything that you feel like I should change or I just love feedback. Like, I love all type of feedback. And again, I want to thank my friends for coming here, taking the time out to be a part of my first podcast. Honestly, that shit be long as hell.
Bro, that's a long ass.
Long
It
ass
seems like it
applause.
gets louder.
Yeah. Can I speak? But not like for real. I want to shout out my friends for taking the time out to be here, y'all. Y'all don't know how much it meant to me. Like,
Man, shout out to Diamond for having us. Y'all don't
No, for
understand.
real.
She been talking about this for so
a
long.
minute.
And to
she
see her
did.
execute it, y'all, I'm just so proud of my friend, bro. Shout out to her. She's going big places. Like I said, like and subscribe if y'all don't.
No, for
I'm a
real.
fan, y'all.
we gonna find y'all. Like, we gonna really find y'all.
No, I'm gonna fan y'all. Do your homework on me, family, y'all. Bro, I got
Big
y'all
Aquarius,
addresses.
she don't play no
I
games.
don't play
okay?
no
For
games.
real.
Got my homegirls on, bro. Hey, do your homework on me.
Yeah, y'all better make sure that y'all subscribe to my channel and like and comment and definitely turn on y'all post notification bell so y'all can
And
get notified.
shout out to, I don't mean to cut you off.
and shout out Big,
Man,
big,
the biggest biology major. The biggest. He do it all, y'all. Ain't gonna lie. Just a little
that man
backstory.
do it all. That
Look,
man changed a tie.
Little
That man a
backstory.
record at a motherfucking.
Hey, I was
that man,
blacked out. I'm a videographer, y'all. I was blacked out at my homegirl birthday party, bro. He picked up the camera and finished recording for me. I ain't gonna lie.
As he should.
He did his big one too. Shout out to you. And he back there engineering his his major is biology.
all
do your
around type of
homework.
nigga. Y'all don't know all. Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Y'all
hey.
ain't
That's
got no
all
friends
of us,
like
though.
that. Oh, bro.
That's what they don't know.
Hey.
Oh, bro, we
All
all
around.
We
That's
do
what
it
they don't
all.
All around type of people.
He love himself, oh, bro. He's time to get my praise. Time to get my praise.
Tonight.
Heavy on it.
Nah, y'all know. Honestly, this is the end of my pod. I hate the end of I hate the end.
We'll be back. You'll
Yeah,
be
for
back.
sure.
You'll be back.
But we'll be back though for sure. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we'll see y'all later.
Good night, guys.